Well, hello, and welcome once again to stately Vaughan Manor. Now, today, I'm doing that booktube thing that the booktube people do. I'm gonna do a book haul. Now, at first, I thought, when I thought of this, I was thinking back, I have bought a few books lately, but I haven't bought enough to do a book haul, have I? Nah. So I decided to see which books I bought very recently. So, yeah, I, I guess I have enough to do a haul. So, yeah, let me get started on these. I'm actually, you'd never know it to look from that stack, but I'm actually trying to unhaul some books. I've been unhauling some books, but I pretty much just destroyed all the progress that I've made unhauling with this big haul. Oh well, what do you do? Now, only one of these books I have actually read, and I got this to replace my kind of beat up paperback copy of one of my very, very favorite novels of all time, and that is The Great Gatsby. Found a nice hardcover. It's got a picture of the man on the back. Look at him. I've never taken a picture that good in my life. Probably because I don't look like that guy. But yeah, The Great Gatsby, fantastic book. I love it. Yeah, read it a few times. And I thought, you know what? I love that book so much. I really should get a nice hardcover. And I'm glad I found this one because it's in the public domain now. So there's like 9 gazillion editions of it at the moment. But I wanted the one with this cover. I wanted the original cover because it just sticks in my mind as belonging to this book. So this is the only one of the books that I have here that I've actually read. Now, as I show you these, if you've read any of these books, let me know what you think about them. Because like I said, I haven't read any of these. This first one is the third in a series that I'm reading, the Malazan books. This is Memories of Ice by Steven Erikson. This is the third book in the Malazan series. I started the Malazan series this year because Mike at Mike's Book Reviews talked me into it. And I'm glad he did because the first 2 books are fantastic. So I'm looking forward to reading this one. I'm really enjoying this series. But of course, this guy Erikson, each book he's got to make longer. So how big is this one? It's like 900 pages. 900 page book. Gotta read it. I'm loving this series. So yeah, there's that. I'll put that over there. Okay, now on to the rest of the books. What have we got here? We've got Faceless Killers. This is the first Kurt Wallander mystery by Henning Mankell. I've never read any of the Wallander series. I saw one of the Kenneth Branagh movies, television movies I guess it was, and I thought it was good, and I always intended to read this series. So yeah, I picked this one up, and I'm looking forward to it. So, if it's good, I'm going to read all the rest. And how could it not be good? Like, everybody loves this book. So I'm looking forward to that. Here's another book that I've been hearing a ton about, especially lately for some reason. This is Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. I've been hearing a lot about this book. I've seen a couple of reviews. The Library of Alexandria just did a review of it that was really cool. Well, no, he didn't just do it, but he did one. And it made me really want to read this even more than I already did. So this is Rebecca. Classic, mysterious kind of thing. Really looking forward to reading that. I'll probably do this one sooner rather than later. Okay, what else do I have? I have World of Trouble. Now, this is the third and final book in the Last Policeman series. I read the first 2 and they're great. Basically, this is a detective series, but it takes place on the planet Earth when there is a huge asteroid and it's going to hit soon. And so it poses a lot of questions, this series. What's really the point of solving crimes and solving murders if we're all just going to die anyway? It asks a lot of questions, this series. And it's fascinating. Really, really good series. It works as a detective series. It works as a science fiction series. So yeah, the first 2 books were great. This is the final book. Things aren't looking too good for the last the last policeman here on the cover, and you know, considering why would it? So yeah, really looking forward to this one. All right, we got another one in a series that I've been reading. This is Martha Wells' Rogue Protocol. This is the third book in the Murderbot series. It's just as teensy as the other books were. I did a video on the first two Murderbot books. If you're curious, you can go check out that video. It's just as amazing as all my videos. So yeah, Murderbot. Yeah, looking forward to that. I really like the first two. Now this one, I've been meaning to get to forever. I watched a Rambling Raconteur video, and that pretty much convinced me that I needed to pick up Walter Mosley's Devil in a Blue Dress. I've literally been intending to read this for years, decades even. I don't know why I've been waiting. It's ridiculous of me, because this one, everybody knows how great this book is. I love detective fiction if it's done really well, and this guy I know does it really well. So I'm looking forward to Devil in a Blue Dress by Walter Mosley. If you've read it, let me know what you think. Okay, this one is a little different. It's a little hefty, but I'm looking forward to it because it looks really interesting. This is A World Undone, the story of the Great War 1914 to 1918 by G.J. Meyer. History of the First World War, which I do not know enough about. I only know the bare bones, to tell you the truth. So I'm looking forward to this, reading this big guy, and learning a lot more than I know already. Yeah. A World Undone. Okay, now this one I've also heard a lot about, and I've heard a lot about this book from all over the place. Science fiction novel, also I believe the first in a series. It's called Wool by Hugh Howey. All I know about it is it's like a post-apocalyptic thing, and all these people live in a big silo kind of base underneath the ground. That's literally all I know. That, and that it's supposed to be really, really good. I've been intending to read this guy, but you know, I've been too busy reading gigantic Malazan books. But I really do intend to read this sometime in the near future. This is just throwing so much on my TBR, this stack, that I'm pretty much set for the year, I think. Here's another book that I've been intending to read. I've heard some good things about this book. This is a fantasy novel that's supposed to be the grimmest of grimdark. It is called God Blind, and this one is by Anna Stevens. Yeah, this is also the first in the series, because, you know, fantasy novels, you can't just have one. You have to have like a ton of them. So yeah, looking forward to God Blind, because I hear this is really good. Everything, literally everything I've heard about it makes it sound fantastic. If you've read it, let me know. But yeah, looking forward to this one. You know, another grimdarky fantasy series, sure, sign me up. I'm on for it. Okay, now here's another one that I've been intending to read. Well, I've been intending to read this series by Bernard Cornwell for like ever. I'm pretty late to the game on this one, and this is Sharpe's Tiger, the first, chronologically anyway, of the Sharpe's series. Really want to read this. I always intend to pick this up. I don't know why I'm always picking something else up. But yeah, I bought this recently to finally get to it. Sharpe's Tiger by Bernard Cornwell. I've actually not read anything from this author, and I've heard a ton of good stuff about this guy. Let me know if you've read anything by him and what you might think. But I've heard a ton of good stuff about Sharpe's Tiger. I look forward to reading it and letting you know what I think. Same thing with all these books. As I read them, I will tell you all about them. Well, I'll tell you what I think about them anyway. Okay, 2 more books in my book haul. This one's another kind of big guy. I've heard about this from a couple different people on the BookTube as well. This is Adrian Tchaikovsky, Children of Time. I have no idea if this is book 1 in a series or not. I really know next to nothing about it, except it has something to do with some alien race, and that's it, really. I think there's spiders. I think there's spiders and they're an alien race. That's really all I know. And that it's supposed to be really, really good. This is supposed to be a great science fiction novel. So yeah, I'm up for a great science fiction novel. So I'm looking forward to Children of Time. If you've read it, of course, let me know. If it's really great or not, I'll probably read it anyway, but I'm always interested in your thoughts. Children of Time. Now, I have only one more book on my book haul here, and this is another history. This is on the Second World War, and it's called The Second World War by Anthony Beevor. Now, this is supposed to be kind of a big, definitive Second World War book. It's been a long time since I've read anything on the Second World War, and so I thought it was pretty high time that I pick something up and read it and refresh my mind of this great time in history. So yeah, this is supposed to be pretty good as well. So I'm looking forward to this. Is it really a definitive history? I don't know, but I'm looking forward to reading it. Another big guy. Like I said, I don't know when I'll be able to finish all these guys, particularly since I've got some other stuff on my TDR that I've talked to you guys about, and I have to finish those. So yeah, as I get through them, I will talk to you about them. I don't think I'll be having another book haul anytime soon, because like I said, I'm trying to unhaul some things, streamline some things here at the manor. So yeah, I think I'm just going to keep busy with these, unless something extra fantastic pops up that I just have to get. Yeah, and even then I'll probably start using that Kindle thing I've got lying around. Yeah, I got one of those. I should really use it. Oh well. Anyway, Second World War, and that is my big old book haul. That should keep me busy for a little while. So, thanks for tuning in for this nonsense. Tomorrow, I've got another video coming for you. I'm doing a video on ancient history, just in case you need something to help put you to sleep at night. But I love ancient history, and I'm fascinated by that time. And I love the ancient historians, Herodotus, Thucydides, Xenophon, all those guys. And I figure somebody out there besides me has got to be interested in this stuff. So I'm kind of doing an introductory video to ancient history. If you want to get into ancient history, watch my video. It'll be amazing, just like all my videos are. So thank you once again for tuning in and watching me here at stately Vaughan Manor. I will catch you next time. Thanks, guys.